So here we go with pit bike stock 160, 1A on their formation. Now with Aaron Walker, the fastest qualifier from Luke Westerman, Matt Bowles over third, Ben Lord in fourth position. Row number 3 is Jordan Smith and Ava Carter, Jake Whittaker, James Mostiker in 8th position. And rounding up the top 10, Stephen Gaunton, Brendan Allen taking us down to 10th position. So all of the big names are up there at the start of this 160. And of course, very important in terms of the championship in this class as well. So all of these races will matter. A bit further down, Ben Lucas 11th place, Steve Booth in 13th, Elliot Lodge 14th position. Callum Brown, Phil Dickens 105.009. Riders now on their formation lap for their first of 2 races this afternoon at Three Sisters. I'm sure you can see from the buffeting of the trees in the background there, it is a little bit windy and a bit bitter out there in places. The track really has dried out though from what was a damp circuit this morning. Big group of riders out there though, 21 riders taking to the grid, and as we saw in the earlier Group B race, the start again will be very important.
Yes, we got a couple of riders coming over from our 140s for this one. Matt Bolsover and Ben Lord, we usually see out later in the day. Aaron Walker, our championship leader, holds pole position from Luke Westerman, his closest challenger. But it'd be interesting to see how the guys from the 140s do here in the 160s. Should be a close race.
I think so. There's some competitive names out there, so even though they're 140 machines, I think they'll still be, I'm sure you've seen throughout the season, very competitive and well and truly in there.
Yes, very much this one. So, lining up on the grid.
Looks like we're about ready to go. I think there is one rider possibly with a mechanical issue, but it's all been sorted out, and the riders should be ready any moment now. Starter's happy, so the green flag goes up, and Stock 160 Group A is about to go underway. Here we go.
Good start from Walker. He looks to have held the lead.
Everyone, it appears, getting around the first few corners safely. Good clear start there. And yeah, it looks like Walker's got the jump on the field on the start of that first lap.
Does look to be getting a bit gloomy right there. There could be some rain in this one.
Wait and see, but dry track so far. Number 421, that's Matt Bolder with a good start in second place, coming under some real pressure now with the lead of Walker as they make their way down Conrod Straight for the first time. The rest of the pack chasing through. Ava Carter also well placed with Ben Lord in there as well. Down the back straight they go, and you can see it's still very close here between Bolsover and the early pace setter. Got a great start there, Aaron Walker.
Hope to see fantastic battle develop between these two over the course of the next 10 laps. Let's have a look then as they come around the first lap as Bolsover moves to the inside of Walker and makes it happen. He's up into the leads. Bolsover leads from Walker, Westerman, Smith, Mostiker, Gorton, Carter, Allen, Lodge and Booth, your top 10.
Great start on that first lap. Pretty much everyone bar Callum Brown, I think, had trouble getting away. Everyone gets away cleanly. And Matt Bolsover, of course, the name familiar, of course, with British mini bikes, getting to the front nice and early from the early pace setter Aaron Walker. Luke Westerman looking strong in third. And the leaders are making their way. Oh, as Bolsover makes a mistake on the beginning of Conrod Straight on the exit of the Lunar Bend, and that's allowed Walker through.
Yes, Bolsover recovers to second place, but there's an equal gap now from Walker, Bolsover and Westerman. We're talking a couple of tenths of a second as we go up the hill.
So Luke Westerman, Jordan Smith, James Mostiger, Stephen Gaunton, Ava Carter, Brendan Allen, all very close just behind that battle for the lead. Look out for Luke Westerman though, who is starting to slowly get involved in this battle for first.
Bolsover at the back of Walker now, going into the left-handed hairpin, dives to the inside and takes the lead. We're just following, slightly behind, we're following the battle between Ava Carter and Stephen Gaunton.
Still pretty close to the boys there, actually. Carter up to 7th place now, Gaunton in 6th position. Bolsover, as we just saw, retaking the lead. There he is in the 421. Aaron Walker on his tail, and of course Luke Westerman, with these two guys battling for the lead. Luke Westerman is hovering there in third as Walker has a look down the inside and takes the corner. So very close battle to the lead here. Plenty of time to go in this race, and this could be a real drag race to the finish.
A great show of power from Aaron Walker there. Bolsover comes back to the outside. It's so tight between the two of them as they come across the line. Bolsover's mighty in the first part of this lap though.
And Walker there, a bit aggressive, shutting the door on Matt Bolsover, which allows Luke Westerman to get involved. There he is, number 11 in third, the black leathers on the outside of, oh, he tries squaring the turn off on Bolsover, but Bolsover's got the line covered. He's trying to fight back with Aaron Walker as Westerman nips down the inside into second position. And this allows Aaron Walker to pull away ever so slightly at the front.
So let's see who's got the power coming up on Rod Straight.
And there we see Bolsover with a sweeping line on the exit, but doesn't really get the traction to get past Westerman. Still tagging her in there though in third place, number 421. There he goes. Aaron Walker still your race leader, just trying to pull away, but it's still very close. Leaders making their way towards the Joey Dunlop corner, the final corner of this track.
Quick look over the shoulder from Bolsover as he came up that straight. Jordan Smith's about 2 seconds behind. You see him in shot there.
To me, it looks like Luke Westerman's got a good line coming out of Joey Dunlop corner, the final corner onto the finish straight, and sets him up well as he looks down the inside of Aaron Walker, but that was more of a peek than anything rather than any real attempt to take the lead. Bolsover starting to get involved again in third as they make their way towards Luna Bend and leading on to the spectacular Conrod Straight.
1.5 seconds separates these three. Both battle for the championship and a battle for the lead between Walker and Westerman. Bolsover thrown into the mix for good measure as well.
And Luke Westerman starting to have a look down Conrod Straight as they head towards the climb, goes down the inside of Walker but can't make the pass stick. Aaron Walker's got the line into the corner, makes his way up the hill. Matt Bolsover just half a second covering the top three riders. Here they come in towards Joey Dunlop corner and the finish line straight, and again Luke Westerman very quick on the exit of the final corner. Bolsover right on his tail in third place, 0.2 of a second covering the top three. And Westerman incidentally fastest lap of the race with a 1 minute .172, squares the turn off. Great move there down the inside of Aaron Walker. He had that one lined up.
Yes, fantastic move. He's been taking a slightly different line throughout that corner every lap. And here we are on the fifth when he's finally made the move for the lead as Walker comes back at him and retakes the lead going into Luna Bend.
Westerman sitting on the outside of Luna Bend, trying to square the turn off, but look at Bolsover down the inside. Great move there. They are three abreast down Conrod Straight, but it looks like Walker has got the line into the top corner and holds on to the lead. We are halfway through this SM Stock 160. All the action at the moment between those top three riders. Aaron Walker, Luke Westerman in second place, and Bolsover third. Let's see if Westerman's line is good on that final corner. A bit tighter on the exit there, isn't he? It does seem to set him up well.
It's not paid off for him just yet, but this is where he got the cutback last time, this corner. They are neck and neck going into it.
Oh, but good defensive riding there from Walker's block pass into the corner to hold on to the lead. And there we see again Westerman, he takes a wider entry into that corner, squares the turn off, looking to get past Walker on the exit, but not worked out this time because Bolsover has nipped back into second position.
Yeah, Bolsover has gone right in the outside of where Luke Westerman went up the inside of him a few laps ago. So I'm not quite sure how he thought to pull that off, but he's challenging Walker for the lead now up the hill.
Bolsover on charge here, but Aaron Walker has got the line going up towards Pentith Climb and Coward Summit. Bolsover ran the outside. Oh, now this is going to be close. We'll pick them up coming in towards the Joey Dunlop corner now. But no, Aaron Walker holds on to the lead. Bolsover still in second, Westerman third.
It's a fantastic race already, this, and we have 3 laps remaining for you. Do not adjust your set. Bolsover challenges Walker for the lead. Westerman still very much in this. Let's have a look what lines they take through the hairpin.
Westerman again trying that outside exit. Here we see the battle a bit further behind. It looks like Ava Carter and Stephen Gordon. Those two have been battling for the entire race. Elliot Lodge, Steve Booth, Ben Lucas, Brendan Allen rounding out the top 10. That's a good little corner there because it seems to me it's almost like motocross where you get a almost sacrificing the entry into the corner to really get the power on the exit there. And that would be, that's the valley, isn't it? Coming up towards the first half of the lap.
Absolutely, change up in the top three. Westerman back into second place, also we're missing out. I'm sure we'll pick those up again soon as we follow Ava Carter and Stephen Gorton, 6th and 7th position as Gorton moves to the inside now.
Oh, he's going to be brave to make that one stick, but he does. Great move there down the inside of Ava Carter. Oh, the ball's over. I don't know about you. It looks like he was in trouble there. He's
Dropped back
down
slightly.
Yeah.
Westerman challenging Walker for the lead. I'll look out my window now. Walker still holds it, going through the left-handed hairpin. Bolsover, yes. A couple of tenths back. Not quite sure what's happened to him.
Well, Stephen Gorton, as I'm sure you just saw there, moving into 6th place from Ava Carter. Bolsover hitting trouble here as he goes into the closing stages, dropping behind a bit now in 3rd place. As Aaron Walker holds on to the lead, but Luke Westerman, who's been fighting for the entire race, has a look down the inside, going down Conrod Straight. Great little move there, but leaves himself open down the inside for Aaron Walker. Oh, and they're almost touching handlebars there as Walker nips down the inside and back into the lead. That corner in towards the end of Conrod Straight, there's been some brave moves there in this race.
Yes, and they're coming up on a back marker as well. That might have some influence on it. Walker's going to get past him into the first corner. Let's hope Westerman can do the same. He can.
Well, Westerman tried to sneak down the inside there, but Walker had the line covered. Those two now clear of the back marker. Bolsover still yet to lap them. And again, Walker riding smart. I think he knows what Westerman's up to on that corner. He's just blocking the entry into that corner and scuppering Westerman's plan somewhat.
Yeah, it's good defensive work from him. They are on the last lap now. Well, what we expect to be the last lap. I have seen the last lap board and the checkered flag is in sight. So it looks like we resolved any timing issues there.
Conrod Straight is going to be very important on this last lap as Westerman looks down the inside of Walker, but he can't find a way through. They go down the back straight for the final time. Aaron Walker has got the line covered as they make their way up towards Coward Summit and Joey Dunlop corner for the final corner, but Aaron Walker is looking strong.
Yep, no last-ditch move from Luke Westerman. Aaron Walker takes the first win of the day in our 160 Group 1. Checkered flag waves. It is definitely the end of the race now. Luke Westerman finishes 2nd place. Matt Bolsover comes home in 3rd. What a great battle between those three. Shortly behind them, we have Jordan Smith, who picks up 4th place. James Mostiker crosses the line in 5th. Stephen Gorton gets the better of Ava Carter, who unfortunately has dropped down to 8th because Elliot Lodge has nipped in ahead of her. Steve Booth finishes 9th, Brendan Allen 10th, and Ben Lucas has finished 11th. We wait now for Phil Dickens to come in 12th.
Close.
Oh, and Jamie Callan's nipped him on the line. Jamie Callan finishes 12th. Phil Dickens down to 13th. And we should see there Daniel Shields, Simon Wadsworth, Aaron Howe coming in 14th, 15th and 16th, Callum Brown and Jamie Peppery 17th and 18th lead the field.
Battles throughout the race there, but problems for Matt Bolsover in those closing stages. He seemed to drop a bit further down in those last few stages.
Yes, hopefully those problems will not beset him in the 140s where he's challenging for the lead. We will be having replay montages later in the day. We're just preparing those for you. But for now, we shall move on to our next one.
We are back out on track now with the second of our pit bike stock 160 riders, and this of course is Group A, some of the faster qualifiers from earlier, and of course some familiar names at the front of the field. Looking early, of course, Aaron Walker took the first moto win in a very close race with Luke Westerman. They line up first and second on the grid. Matt Bolsover third, Ben Lord in fourth place. Jordan Smith, Ava Carter fifth and sixth, with Jake Whittaker and James Ostiger in eighth position. Ninth and 10th, Stephen Morton and Brendan Allen. Just to recap earlier, than Aaron Walker it was that took the win in the first race. Luke Westerman, Matt Bolsover in a very close race, especially between Aaron Walker and Westerman at the front. Can't write off Bolsover and Lord in this one. Jordan Smith fourth and James Mostiker in fifth position earlier on today. Looking further through the field, these lap times, of course, you can see on the screen here, just giving an indication as to how closely poised that qualifying was. And the first race earlier on today was also very close indeed. So it would be difficult to predict the winner for definite, although of course Aaron Walker very much was the rider to beat in that first moto earlier on today, but plenty of action in store as the Group A riders now make their way down onto the line.
Yeah, just looking forward to another tight battle here. Walker, Westerman, Bolsover, Lord, Smith, Carter, all very accomplished riders. James Mostiger has a race win under his belt in the veterans class as well.
Doesn't he? Yeah, particularly on the first race. The flag about to drop. The start, of course, is very important. We see Walker anticipating the flag perfectly there as he gets away. Good start from our Group A riders, and Aaron Walker gets the lead. Westerman second, Bolsover third. Although it looks like we've got a new rider in fourth position. That could be Jordan Smith, as one rider has trouble then, runs wide, runs out of contention, but Aaron Walker gets the jump on the field.
Yes, I think Jordan Smith has taken Ben Lord for fourth, Ben Lord now showing fifth. Good start from the top, otherwise Walker, Westerman, Bolsover, top three.
Just looking here, I might be wrong, perhaps I missed it, but I didn't see Lord go through actually, but as I say, I might be wrong, we'll pick that up.
I thought I did, but I'm doubting myself now.
Pick that up on the lap chart, I suppose, and they come round to they all came through so quickly there. It was possible to say definite. Very fast start to this race, but Aaron Walker getting the job done. Can't see Lord on there though, so we'll wait and see when they come round. Here they come for the first lap. Walker still leads. Bolsover on the outside there though. It's looking good for second place.
You're right, there's no Ben Lord.
So that's one of our main names in this race. It doesn't appear to have either didn't start the race or certainly didn't come through on the first lap. But here's the action at the front. Aaron Walker's had a good day so far. Bolsover looking to fight back in this second race, and he looks determined as they make their way down towards Luna Corner and back towards the Conrod Straight. But Bolsover, great start here in second place, takes a slightly wider line, looking for the drive down Conrod Straight, tagging on the back wheel there, and it is very close at the front as they make their way up towards the bank. Bolsover switching his line there, taking the inside line as they go down towards Joey Dunlop. Oh, but is it going to be enough? Bolsover goes down the inside and makes the pass stick. Great move there from Bolsover. And he had that pass in his head, I think, since Luna Corner. Good half lap to complete that one.
Yes, one of the first instances we've seen it this afternoon, but credit to Bolsover for making it work.
Just ran wide there out to the first corner, but kept his cool, didn't lose any time. And he has pulled a small gap from Walker in second, and I'm sure Bolsover would be hoping that Westerman can get involved in this battle for second place, just allow him to try and pull away. There goes Ava Carter with Brendan Allen, Phil Dickens, Steve Booth on the edge of the top 10. Here's your race leader, Bolsover, and the action for second place as Westerman looks threatening.
Yes, seems to have more power coming out of that corner, but can't quite get it down on that inside line. Bolsover leads up the hill. Drops back now to a four-way battle. This, I believe, is Phil Dickens, Steve Booth, James Thackeray, and James Cameron.
Of course, racecraft very important there, because that is a very fast part of the circuit, and you've got to make sure you know where your rivals are before you commit to that corner. Of course, racer's instinct is to go for the corner, but nonetheless want to stay in the race. And there we see that dreadful battle there just on the edge of the top 10. Jamie Thackeray 11th, Jamie Callan, Simon Wadsworth a bit further behind, but at the moment Bolsover is looking good at the front.
Yes, he's led the group down into Lunar Corner now. Still Bolsover, Westerman, and time screens have messed up. But in third place,
Oh, that's Westerman
Westerman
was third, and then it was
Walker's
Walker's
one we're missing, Aaron Walker.
So yeah, Walker showing 17th on your lap charts there, but I think there is an oversight on the timing screens that will be updated when they come back round very shortly. Sometimes they just seem to miss a lap on the transponder loop. Sometimes it is easy. There's been a change at the front.
Yes, Bolsover's lost out on that one. Walker's gone to the front. Westerman now challenging him. Here we are on the screen.
We missed that in person and also on the screens. I wonder if Bolsover made a mistake there, because those two riders got through very quickly. Whether he was a bit loose going into the first corner maybe, but it's all changed again now, because Aaron Walker, showing last on your timing charts of course, but ignore that for the time being because he is leading the race. And here we go, so Westerman, Bolsover starting to try and find an opening down Conrod Straight, but Walker looking strong, guarding that inside line as they make their way to the top corner. Westerman has a look down the inside, but oh, it's not quite close enough there, very close into that corner. Here we go, down to Joe Dunlop corner. Bolsover fighting back on the outside, but Westerman shuts the door. Very close battle at the front as Westerman fights back down the inside into the first corner.
Bolsover goes round the outside. Let's see if he can make that work. Got the inside line for the next corner, of course, and does take second place. An update on your timer screen is coming through, but I say an update. Walker's still not showing as our race leader. Bolsover showing us 0.005 seconds ahead of Westerman, which I believe was true at the time. 3 laps do remain on this one as Bolsover looks to the inside.
Cheeky little look down the inside there from Bolsover, and I think he almost made the pass stick there, but he's nicely poised down Conrod Straight, but nice move there from Westerman around the outside. Had the momentum on that outside line, takes second position. And now as they head down towards the Joey Dunlop corner, the last corner on this Three Sisters circuit, he's going to try for the lead, but no, not close enough to go for that pass.
This could go any one of 3 ways. There's still 2 laps remaining after this one. Walker leads Westerman from Bolsover as you head down into the valley.
And here we see Westerman charging down the inside. Fantastic move there to take the lead. And, well, we see Walker pushed wide somewhat there, which allows Bolsover to get involved.
That was a great lunge from Westerman. It's really just stuck it in up the inside and gave him no choice but to give him some room. As Walker tries to do the same to him, up the inside into Luna, and does.
Makes it stick there. Lovely move there from Aaron Walker. Of course, you've got to be really committed to do those. Oh, look at this.
And Bolsover takes the lead.
They are trading paint at the front here. Very close indeed. And almost 3 abreast into the top corner.
Walker comes back into the first position.
These riders have got to be so precise in that corner to get through their 3 abreast, as Bolsover out of nowhere goes down the inside into Joey Dunlop corner, and the block pass on Aaron Walker allows Westerman through to second. This is the last lap. This race has gone so quickly.
Well, thank God there's only 1 lap left. I can't keep track of this. Bolsover leads Westerman from Walker.
Further back, Stephen Gaunton, Jordan Smith is also there as well. James Moskiger goes through Ava Carter, but all the action is at the front here, and as the pack shuffles again, Bolsover is your leader going into the last lap. Second now for Luke Westerman, and Aaron Walker just shadowing now in 3rd place, but Bolsover with a small advantage here. So I think Westerman has got to get a good line down Conrod Straight to try and go for the pass into the final corner, because they're not close enough to battle for the lead at the moment, but it's still finely poised.
Yeah, Westerman looks to take a tighter line than Bolsover. Let's see them coming down the back of the hill now. Bolsover's got a bit of a gap. Walker fancies his chances but doesn't make a move. Bolsover's going to take the lead. And yes, not on the last lap. Oh,
check
it is.
There we go. Check it goes through now.
I can see it on screen, but it is out. Bolsover wins. Westerman second. Walker third. What an excellent race, Chris.
Oh yeah, they stopped for a chat after going straight back. I'm wondering now just to. Looks like the riders are leaving the track now almost. Oh, look at that battle on the line there between Ava Carter, Elliot Lodge and Brendan Allen, all very close as they battle for about 7th position. I'll be shuffling on the timing screens here because it looks like Westerman showing us 17th, so looks like the transponder loop missing a lap. So
well, it was Walker showing us 17th. For some reason, him and Westerman have now switched.
I'm sure official then will
they
sort
were
that
that close together. They could have swapped transponders out on track.
So this is not entirely accurate, of course, but Matt Bolzer was your winner, of course, with Aaron Walker and Luke Westerman in there as well. Jordan Smith, Stephen Gaunton, James Mostiker, Ava Carter, Elliot Lodge, Brendan Allen and Steve Booth will be rounding out the top 10 in that very closely fought race.